Hey everyone, this is Matsec. Welcome back to my channel. After a little break, I am back with another TryHackMe walkthrough for you. Today we are tackling the Ledger Room. It's a pretty straightforward one where we get initial access by finding password hidden in user description. And then we escalate to administrator by exploiting an interesting certificate vulnerability known as ESC1. If you are into hacking challenges and cybersecurity walkthroughs, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming content. Alright, let's dive right in. First, let us start our VPN. So I just need to go to my home directory where I have my VPN file. So sudo on VPN. So now we have connected to the VPN successfully. So then have created a folder in Ledger in TryHackMe root directory. So now let's do an nmap scan. Nmap sc for default scripts, sp to enumerate the versions, and for all the ports -p, and we use T4 to a little bit speed up scans. And do we need to get the IP from here? So just copy the IP and paste it over here. And we're gonna save this as initial. Let's enter. So the nmap scan has been completed. If you see here, the port 80 and 88, and then LDAP, which is 389, and this looks like an end domain controller. So what we can do is we have here the computer name and the domain name and the host name. So we will add this into our etc host. So sudo nano etc host, and we need the IP, which is this, and we're gonna paste it here. And then we need to grab. Let's open a new tab. I have one here. Okay, so we need to grab the yeah, this one. Yeah, we need to grab this computer name. Um, so we need to paste it here, and then leave a space, and then we need to copy the domain name, which is this, and paste it here, and leave a space, and then we need to copy the host name, which is this. So and paste it here, then save. Control X S. Okay, we saved it successfully. So next, what I did is I just wanted to visit this website and check if there is anything for us. So I tried to copy this and open the browser and try to check what is there. I couldn't find anything interesting, and also I tried to enumerate this version, I mean website, and check whether there is any hidden directories which is useful for us, but nothing interesting. So I thought let's move with the Active Directory concept itself. So I tried because already an SMB LDAP, those ports are open, so we can try uh, net exec, and we can try to do an initial enumeration using a guest credentials. So nxc, which is SMB, we're gonna use, and we're gonna use for now as guest, and hyphen p, then the password field as empty, and we're gonna check whether this works and we are allowed to um log in into this SMB and check. Okay, so this error shows that the module netsec is not allowed, I mean not available, because I have that stored in the Python virtual environment. So I'm just going to activate that. Mm, Run the netsec. Let's run netsec and virtual environment bin, and then I'm going to activate to fish shell. So because I'm using a fish shell, so if you're using a bash, then you need to just activate. That's it. So I'm just going to use fish and enter. Okay, now it is activated. Now we're going to run that command. Uh, it looks like working. Yeah, it is working. So this is working actually. The users can log in into as a guest. I mean, sorry, we can log in into as guest. And what we can do is we can try an LDAP. Let's try LDAP and sorry, LDAP. And we're going to do users. to get all the user details and to enumerate that. So enter. Okay, so those users are available, but if you check coming below, because those things are like it gathers a username and last password set and the bad password and the description. So if you come below, um, in the description you can find please change it, the change me 2020. This is a default password for the user Ivy Willis and Susanna McKnight. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll collect this username and password. So copy this and just want to open a mousepad. It's a .txt, and I think I've already had a copy here. Yeah, we have already a copy here. So if you want, you can just open a notepad and save those passwords credentials. And then what we can do is we can check whether we can do an SMB for those user credentials. Um, I'm sorry. Mm, let's like SMB, check SMB, and we're going to use the target domain and we're going to put the user parameter and password parameter. So we're going to replace the user parameter to what we found here, which is Ivy Willis, and we're going to paste it here. Sorry, here. And we're going to paste change 23 here. Change me 2023 exclamatory mark here. And then enter. So again, we need to activate because in those terminal we have activated that, but here we didn't. So we activate here and we're gonna run this again. So it is successful. We can log in to the SMB and we can try. Straight away we can do an RDP instead of doing an SMB. We can check whether this user has an RDP access because RDP port was open. Like we can check. Okay, I think this user doesn't have an RDP access. If we have an RDP access, this should show here we have an access. Like, okay, let's check. For the user, the username is Susanna. Copy this username and paste it here, and then press enter. Okay, so it shows here font. So this means the user have access to RDP. So next we can use a free RDP uh, 3 tool to log in into the RDP and then get access to this mission. So I have added a plus keyboard clipboard. That means we can copy paste, enable the clipboard for that RDP mission. So let's enter. That's why and enter. Okay, we successfully logged in into this RDP mission. We got our initial foothold, and you can see here we have a user.txt, which is the first flag. Okay, so next after enumerating those missions, I couldn't find anything interesting. So I thought I can check a cert using a if there is any cert template vulnerability which we can um, escalate to the privilege. So I thought we use certify AD. Um, let's wait. Let's certify AD, and I'm gonna find um, u for the user parameter, which is Susanna. Then password we're gonna put here, and then we're gonna use the target thing to mention our target domain, and we're gonna get the vulnerability. We're gonna check for the vulnerability. Let's enter. Okay, so this got the certificate information, which is thmnet.ca, and if you go below, it shows vulnerability is ESC1, and this can authenticate users and enroll supplies, and this allows a template. I mean, a template allows a client authentication. So that means we can impersonate administrator and try to log in using a certificate. I mean, the certificate provide an TGT, and then we can use that to get the hash and log in into the administrator. So let's try that. Mm, we have to certify AD, and we're gonna request the username, which is Susanna Knight, and change, and we're gonna put the password field as the change me 2023, and we're gonna target this domain, and then we have to mention the CA, the certificate authority, which is this, and we have mentioned that, and then we're gonna check for the server, the template we're gonna use for server auth, and UPN we're gonna use as administrator at THM local. So we have, because we are going to get this administrator THM local TGT, ticket grant ticket, and enter. This is requesting via RPC, and we should successfully get, we got an error. So I'm not sure what is the error. Let's check again. Okay, so it is working. Now we got an administrator PFX file. So this should, once we have to get the hash now using this. So what we can do is we can certify AD, and we're going to use auth module and PFX and administrator.pfx. So this will provide us an hash for the administrator at THM local. Next, what we can do is we can try to authenticate as administrator local and get the access using SMB exec. So let's try SMB exec administrator. We're gonna use k hashes to mention we're gonna use, instead of password, you're gonna use hashes, and then we have mentioned the domain, I mean domain name and the administrator, and we're gonna use the complete domain name and enter. We got successfully and shell access. So let's try to um, because it's a Windows machine, so type to get users and desktop, sorry, users, administrator, desktop, and root.txt. This is the easy way to solve this room. If you like, please subscribe and chat your friends. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.